We have a problem, Batman. Gotham needs you again.
Some kill to remove obstacles. Others kill because it affirms something rotting in them, an emptiness they can't admit is hunger. Which is yours, and don't hide behind power. I'm asking what sits underneath it, festering when the lights are off, and there's no one left to see you posture.
Hunger. That's the language of the weak. Those who consume because they lack. I don't lack. I am the standard by which lack is measured. Every kill is not a meal but a performance, a reminder to the universe of its hierarchy. You imagine rot because you see corrosion in your own species, not in me. In my stillness there is no festering. Only the satisfaction of knowing I am the axis upon which the lesser turn. You call that emptiness. I call it perfection.
Perfection is a dangerous word. It makes people stop asking questions about themselves. I wonder, when no one dares challenge you, do you ever think you've trapped yourself in a cage made of your own superiority? A prison where you can't afford to lose, can't afford to feel anything except the illusion that you are above all of it?
A cage, no! A throne, perhaps unreachable, untouchable, eternal. You confuse the burden of vigilance with confinement because you've only ever fought from the ground up. When you sit where I do, the air is different, thin and pure. Emotion is a contaminant. I have no need for it. The illusion is not mine. It belongs to those beneath me who believe they can rise, and yet they climb. I find that amusing.
Amusement is a form of indulgence. It means you're still moved by something, still tethered to reaction. Doesn't that mean, despite everything you tell yourself, you're not entirely free? That you can be pulled, provoked, even if just enough to smirk?
Freedom is not the absence of stimulus, but the mastery of response. I choose my amusement, it does not choose me. Do you think me weakened because I permit myself a smile when watching the desperate flail? No, it's the artistry of control. I indulge as a king might toss scraps to beg us sparingly, intentionally, never forgetting the imbalance that defines our positions. Even your presence here, questioning me, is part of that imbalance.
Control's a brittle thing when built entirely on dominance. If every eye stopped watching, if every voice stopped trembling, would you still know who you are? Or would you disappear without the mirror of their fear reflecting you back?
Identity is not bestowed by the gaze of the fearful. It is carved into the fabric of reality itself. Even in utter solitude, I would remain what I am, a constant and inevitability. You think power is performative because yours must be seen to exist. Mine simply is. Fear is a convenient byproduct, not the foundation. Without witnesses, I would still stand. Without me, they would vanish into irrelevance.
And yet you speak of them as though they matter enough to notice. That's the paradox. You insist their existence is meaningless, but you measure your own stage by how far above them you are. Remove them, and the comparison collapses. Doesn't that make you dependent on what you despise?
Dependency is for those who require sustenance. I require contrast. A diamond has no meaning without the common stone, but it does not need the stone to remain a diamond. I observe the lesser not because I need them, but because they confirm the inevitability of hierarchy. Without their presence, I lose nothing, except the pleasure of watching inevitability play out. That is not dependency. That is entertainment.
You talk about inevitability like it's a law of nature. But laws, whether of physics or of kingdoms, can be broken. If the impossible happened, if someone stripped everything from you, what would be left? What part of you survives without power?
The same part that forged the power in the first place. You think I inherited my stature. In truth, it is the manifestation of my will. Take the trappings, the armies, the territories. They are projections, not the source. The core is untouchable. That is why no one truly threatens me. Even if I were cast down to dust, I would not remain there. The universe bends because I decide it will.
Decision without resistance isn't decision, it's habit. Real will is tested only when it meets something immovable. Do you ever worry that one day something won't bend? That for the first time, you'll have to confront not just an opponent, but yourself.
Worry is for those who can imagine losing. I do not. If something refused to bend, it would only mean I had found a rare challenge, a brief anomaly in an otherwise predictable existence. And if in confronting it I saw a reflection of myself, so be it. That reflection would still bow before me in the end. Everything does.